Hey everybody, welcome to the Footstep sound tutorial. I'm going to be going over how you can add footsteps to your animations and have the sounds change depending on what type of material you're using. Go ahead and just do a quick example here. Okay, everything I'm using is either base engine or it's free online. The sounds I got online for free, they are good for commercial use. The guy who created them does accept donations, but otherwise he doesn't take royalties or anything else. And you can get them for free. I'll go ahead and post the link to that in the description. Um, and by the end of this tutorial, you should have pretty much exactly what I have set up. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so first what we're gonna do here, I have a footstep folder already set up. This is just gonna have all my sound files in it. Normally you'd want to organize it by type of footstep sound. So I have carpet, dirt, just kind of a regular flooring, gravel, snow, water, and wood. We're probably not going to use the water, um, but I'll try to incorporate a couple of these into this. We're going to need to create a type of sound wave file. It's going to be under audio. Oh, sorry, sound cue file. So we go ahead and open that up. I'm going to name this one, let's start with dirt. Dirt underscore, oh, of course, dirt underscore footsteps. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and open this up. And then in order to get those sounds, you can just grab this. We'll control click each of these, and then you can drag the whole group in right here. Right there. Okay, and then next after that, we're going to do random. Let's do multiple. So you'll want to add as many inputs as you have sounds. This is pretty much unlimited. So if you have more sounds than me, then you can go ahead and just put as many in there as you want. Next. Okay, so next you're going to want to do modulator. This is recommended. It adds a little bit of randomness to your sounds. So you can widen these to change like the pitch min or max or the volume min and max. And it'll take the same sound and it'll just change it within this range. To give you kind of a little bit of randomness so every sound doesn't come out exactly the same. Um, Technically, this isn't required. It's just something I recommend since it gives you a little bit more variety, even if you're limited on sounds like I am. Okay, and then next, go and do this. We can minimize that for now. So if you hit play, you can kind of hear it. It's going to swap between those three sounds. I don't have a lot of sounds to work with, so you know some of them it repeats, but if you can get more than that, it'll give you a nice varied footstep. Okay, and next what we're going to do is we're going to basically just do the same thing, but we're going to swap it in for some of these other ones. Um, if you kind of want to like fast forward through this part, feel free. I'm just going to go through and add a couple of these in. I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate this. And let's go ahead and do floor next. Score footsteps. And then we'll do gravel, score footsteps. And then snow underscore footsteps. And then I'm just going to control D, which is lets you just duplicate stuff a little faster. Water underscore footsteps. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Duplicate wood underscore footsteps. Okay, so now I'm going to open these up. And I'm just going to take this, put them in here. I'm just going to delete these. Save. And then we're going to do gravel. Save. And then snow. And then next, water. Delete that first. And finally, wood. Step. Okay, I'm gonna do save all real quick. Okay, now that we got all that set up, good, make sure. Okay, so all of that sounds good. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we need to go to the project settings because we need to let the engine know that we have multiple different surface materials. Where is it? Ah, under engine, down here, you should have physics. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and you have this here. It's called physical surface. You have 62 custom surface types for your project. I think yeah, it's 62, and then there's also the default surface type, which is just what everything is considered when you start. So now what we need to do is create a surface type for each of our like different sounds. So we got dirt, floor, gravel, snow, dirt, floor, gravel, snow, water. Might want to do something like puddles. I'll do water. The water footsteps kind of sound more like if you're stepping in a puddle. But let's go with water for now. And then wood. Okay. And we should be good there. You can go ahead and close that. Okay, so next, let's go ahead and go here. I'm just going to create a new folder. I'm going to name this physical physical materials. And then we're going to need to create a physical material for each of our types here. So we'll go physics, physical material. We're going to click the physical material class. I'm going to name this first one. Let's just name it dirt to start with. And then PM for physical material. So dirt, PM. Open it up. And right here, you've got the physical properties, surface type, and then all of the ones we put in the project settings should be right here. So then we'll just assign dirt. Go ahead and save that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and I'm just going to duplicate this. We're going to need to create one for each material we have. So I'll just do snow PM, open it up, change that to snow, save, and I'm just going to close all these. Duplicate, gravel, PM, save, close, floor, PM, floor PM, water, PM, wood, PM. Okay, and then from here, we're going to need to put a material on something so we can test this out. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right here so I can make a couple of actors and just put them on the floor. Actually, for this, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just use a couple of planes. Let's go and lift them up. I will pull this down. And let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Do like 2.5 by 2.5. I want to put it as close to the ground as I can. Just pull a couple of these off. Okay. And then we need to attach some materials. So we've got the basic shape material. Let's see. We have basic grass, so we have a ground grass. Do we have dirt? We don't. Do we have water? We sure do. So we'll do water. Next. Wood. Alright, so I'll make this one my wood, and I will make this one floor. Make that one floor. Okay, so floor is kind of gonna end up being stone. And then, what else did I have? Dirt, floor. So I'm using grass for dirt, water, wood, floor. So we need snow. We don't got anything for snow. Bird flap white. No. Okay. Let's just do basic wall for this one. And I don't think we have anything for gravel. Oh, we do. Thank you. Basic engine textures. All right. So we've got our different floor types here, or our different physical types here. Now, in order to add these in, we have to actually go to the material itself. So I'm going to open up my material ground for grass. And right here, you'll see there's a physical material slot. If you're working with a material instance, it'll show up on like the right details menu and it'll say physical material. So it looks like, get this here. Yeah, that's mask. So we want to do this one. Now here's our created. You'll see there's a couple already in there. That's just from everything else, default engine stuff. So for grass, we're just gonna do dirt. So there we go. Save. We're gonna do this for each of them. So water, physical material, and water. And save. Wood. Oh, here we go. So this is it looks like this is a material instance. Yep, MI wood. So, like I said, instead of opening up the full material panel, you can see it right here. It shows parent and then physical material. So then we'll go ahead and just grab this and pick wood. Okay, looks good. Moving to the next one. Physical material, floor, save, wait. Typically, you would want to do this with material instances. It's not a good practice to use straight materials on objects. Material instances just load better, they're easier to manipulate. And if you make any changes, they save a lot quicker without having to reload like the actual material. So just in the future, if you're ever doing this, you'll definitely want to be using it on a material instance. You can do it on the base material if you know that every material coming from that base material is gonna have to have that type. Since you can edit it here and then you'll never have to touch it again, and all material instances created off of it will have that set as the default. But if you haven't decided what a material is exactly, or if it's a material that can become multiple different types of materials, at that point you would want to do this on the physical instance, the material instance itself, and not the base material. Kind of complicated, but okay, so this one's snow. Sorry, I took a little bit of a route there. Okay, so we got gravel. And there we go. Okay. All right, so that is all of our materials. Okay, sorry about the cut there. I was trying to find the animation. So next what we're going to do is we're going to go to our animation sequence for our character movement. In this case, I'm using the Quinn mannequin, which I believe is the default for Unreal Engine 5 for the third-person projects. And the sequence we're going to be editing is mf_run_forward. So if I open this up, what we're going to be doing now is adding notifies to each time a foot hits the ground. So we're going to right here, right about there, there-ish. And then I'm actually going to add a track. Let's name this footsteps. Okay, I'll right click, add notify. We'll do footstep sounds. Oh, jeez. Okay. And then we're going to need to go through and we're going to need to add that for every single footstep. So we go through here. I'm going to say it's right about there. So what I did is I just copied this one. So if you just click Control C, and then when you find the next footstep, you can just Control V it. You have to mouse over the right spot, Control V. Well, that's actually maybe a little early. You can shift it very slightly to maybe like right there. Yeah, okay. And then maybe like right there. Right there. And then kind of floaty. It feels like it's like right about, like right there. We'll do it right there. Okay, go ahead and save that. I'm just gonna save all real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this. So yeah, it looks about right. Moving pretty fast, so it's kind of hard to tell how accurate that is, but it felt pretty accurate. All right, let's go ahead and open up the animation blueprint. Should be able to access it right here. Okay, so actually this is a post-process, it looks like. I don't think we're going to want to use this. Let's see. Child of APB Manny. Okay, so go back again. Let's go ahead and open up ABP Manny. So I think we're going to be doing all of our logic in here, and it should transfer over to Quinn. If you're using Manny for your example or another character, it'll all still work. Just make sure you're going to your character's animation blueprint. Okay. Let's actually go ahead and try to add it in here first. So this is the Quinn animation blueprint. Let's go ahead and just put in footstep sounds. So anim notify underscore footstep sounds. If you just type footstep, it should pull up the anim notify that we created. And then we're going to pull out and we'll do a, it's just a line trace by channel. Yep, there we go. Let me actually just pull this up. And then we'll do get get player character, get actor location. We'll be plugging that into start. And then for the end, we want it to be below the start. So we'll go ahead and take this and we'll do a, we can just do a subtract, and then let's do, should be about centered to the character. We'll do about 100. Oh, did I do this so fast I lost track of it? Okay, about 100 there. Just gonna delete that for now. And then trace channel visibility. Let's go ahead and do a debug just to make sure that we're actually doing this right. Save. We got it on Quinn. Oh, calm down. Just do a save all real quick. I'm gonna check to make sure those are actually going through. Yep. Okay, so those are starting at the middle of the character, they're going down and they're hitting the floor. So that's good. Okay. We can make it a little bit longer. We don't want to accidentally miss it. So we'll just do 120. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go ahead and call that good. All right. And then next what we can do is we're going to go over here on out hit. We will do get surface type. And then this is we want to do a switch. So switch on physical surface. Yeah. Okay. So this is getting the physical material. As you can see, it took all the physical materials and put them in here. And then go ahead and play that. I'm just gonna pull this down slightly. And then we're going to want to pull out our what is it called? Spawn, I believe it's spawn sound. A location. And then we will take let's see, location. Break hit result. Let's go and open this up. So we'll do location, plug that in there, and then we're gonna just close that. I might actually put this down here. And then for the sound, we're gonna have to do this a couple of times here. We'll just do dirt first. So we got dirt. I'm gonna just pull this over here. There we go. Let's make sure we got everything else. Good, good, good. Very simple. And then we can go ahead and just copy and paste this a few times here. It doesn't get cluttered pretty quickly, but try and push everything as close together as we can. We have 6 sounds, so now we'll go through and then so we got floor, gravel, snow, water, wood. Here we got floor, plug it in there, gravel, snow, snow. Oh my gosh. Make sure to grab from the bottom. These sound files, if you grab them in the middle, they have this play button, and it just won't work. Oh my god. Water, wood. I'm just used to grabbing the upper half of them. The sound files are weird like that. Okay. Plug all of these locations in. And stop it. Compile, save. All right, let's go ahead and give it a test drive. All right. So as you can see, that worked perfectly. Um, it does take a little bit of time to set up at the beginning, but once you have the footsteps set up, um, it's pretty easy to add the physical materials onto items, and it's one of those things where once you get it set up once, um, you don't need to worry about it too much. As long as you like the sounds, it's good to go. So I think we're good for this here. Um, as I said before, I linked where I got the sounds from. They are free to use for game development. The person who created them does accept donations, but it's not required in order for you to use them. So if you want to, feel free to go over there and grab those sounds. You will have to transfer them to WAV files because they are set as OGG, which can't really be used. But converting them is not too hard. There's some free audio converters online. Or if you have your own sounds, you can do that. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.